Keek on the mic, keek on the mic, keek on the mic, keek on the mic. People, this the intro. Sacramento, California, born and raised. In Antelope is where I spend most of my days. Talk bad about my team, you must be a clown. This is Keek on the mic, so you know you better bear down. Bear down.
Hey, what's going on, Bears fans? Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Keek on the Mic, the podcast all about the Chicago Bears. Like always, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. And make sure you guys follow me on all my social media platforms as well. Before I get started with today's episode of Keek on the Mic, I first off want to start off with thank you guys so much for all the love and support you guys have shown me. Obviously, my wife and I kind of went through a difficult time with my 3-month-old daughter catching RSV. It was one of the scariest moments of my life as a new father, but you guys were all so supportive, sending your prayers and really just lovely messages, not only to me, but to my wife. So I really appreciate you guys just kind of sticking with me through these tough times. I know that I haven't been posting a lot, but you guys understood that, you know, obviously family comes first. And obviously it was a really scary time with my daughter catching RSV. But I do have good news that she is doing a whole lot better and she made a full recovery from RSV. But my message today on the podcast is make sure if you have children, make sure you are doing the proper things, washing your hands, doing all the proper things that you should already be doing anyways, wearing a mask if you believe in that, right? But it is a crazy season for the flu, COVID, RSV. So make sure you are being careful around kids because it was definitely a scary situation for my wife and I. But I thank you all for all the love and support you guys shown me, to me and my beautiful daughter. I also have another announcement before I get started with today's episode of Keek on the Mic. I have decided that I am going to expand on all NFL content. Yes, I am still going to be an all Chicago Bears podcast, but what I'm going to try to do is interview players from different teams, interview different fan bases, do live streams for different fan bases, right? Just to expand my reach to all NFL content. You know, I'm passionate about the Chicago Bears, but I'm also passionate about the NFL as well. So I understand if you guys don't want to stick around and watch that content, that is totally okay with you guys. But I think at this moment in my career as a podcaster, I feel like it was best for me to expand on all NFL content. But don't worry, I'm still going to be posting all the Chicago Bears content for all you loyal Chicago Bears fans. So here we go, Bears fans. Obviously, it's really good to be back. I definitely missed coming on here and talking to all you Bears fans. Obviously, there's not a lot to talk about. The Chicago Bears are now 3-10. They are about to come off their bye week. The Bears are officially eliminated from playoff contention. And what that means, Bears fans, it is time for the Chicago Bears offseason. And soon enough, I will come on here and start doing mock drafts, mock offseasons for you guys to enjoy, because I know that you guys really enjoy that. I'm going to start doing more live streams for you guys as well, so I have more time on my hands now. So we have a lot of stuff coming up, and it's going to be an exciting time to be a Bears fan, especially when we hit the Chicago Bears offseason. But today, I wanted to talk about Justin Fields again. Of course, Justin Fields is our prized possession. Out of all the things going on this season, Justin Fields has been a bright spot for the Chicago Bears. He has solidified that he is our franchise quarterback. He has solidified that in this next draft, right, in the NFL draft, we don't have to worry about getting a franchise quarterback because we already have one in Justin Fields. And as I was in the hospital, right, with my daughter, and as the Chicago Bears had their bye week, I had a lot of time to think and just rewatch Justin Fields' good plays this season and also his bad plays, and watched him how he grew as a player, watched him how he has developed as a passer. And that's why I kind of want to start off with today's episode of Keek on the Mic. A lot of people don't appreciate what Justin Fields is actually doing this year. Of course, we know that he's our franchise quarterback, but when you really sit back and rewatch the highlights of Justin Fields, do you really appreciate what Justin Fields is actually doing this year? Think about it. He has a patchwork offensive line. He has really no stability at receiver, especially with Darnell Mooney being out for the season, right? But the Bears still have averaged almost 30 points a game the last 2 months. And that is all thanks to Justin Fields. And we all know this by now. We all know that a lot of Justin Fields' success is because his ability as a runner. He has shown freakish ability with the speed. He has broken off for huge runs in basically every game these last 2 months. 57 yards, 61 yards, all the yardage in the world has come from Justin Fields' ability as a runner. But what I want to talk about today on the podcast, what I want to talk today on Keek on the Mic, is his rapid development as a passer. And Bears fans, when I say rapid, it has been a rapid development over the last 2 months when you look at Justin Fields as a passer. And obviously, we talked about this a lot about Justin Fields. One of the biggest knocks against Fields his rookie year and even the beginning of this year, because I remember talking about it at the beginning of this year, is that he held the ball too long. And that was really frustrating for a lot of Bears fans. Obviously, he would wait for deep shot opportunities and rather than taking the easy completion, right? And he also had to learn how to throw with timing and rhythm. And obviously, Matt Eberflus came out and said that. Obviously, Luke Getsy came out and said that, that we're trying to make sure Justin Fields is throwing with timing and rhythm, because obviously when you look at this offense, it's all about timing and rhythm. So those are things that Justin Fields had to develop at, right? He had to get better at. But Fields has done that. He is improving. He's developing. And obviously, when we talk about the Chicago Bears this season, that's what we wanted to see. Can Justin Fields take the next step as our franchise quarterback? And I feel like he has answered those questions because of what I mentioned before earlier in the podcast. Patchwork offensive line, no stability at receiver, and he's still putting up great numbers, right? Obviously, it's with most of it's with his legs, but he's also developing as a passer with no stability at receiver and a patchwork offensive line. And this is where I really want to talk about former Bear scout Greg Gabriel revealed a key flaw in Justin Fields' throwing motion that he has fixed in order to develop as a passer. This is what Greg Gabriel had to say about Justin Fields. Last year, Fields showed a hitch at the top of his release, which slowed his ability to quickly get the ball out of his hand. During the offseason, he worked on his mechanics. While the hitch is still there, it's not nearly as pronounced as it was a year ago. The result is more quick throws and completions. Fields has become more comfortable in the system, and his play has vastly improved. There is not a doubt in my mind that come next season, Fields will put up outstanding numbers and be looked at as one of the better young quarterbacks in the league. Let me repeat that to you guys. That last part is very important, Bears fans. Next season, Fields will put up outstanding numbers and be looked at as one of the better young quarterbacks in the league. And the reason why I believe that last little statement from Greg Gabriel is because Ryan Poles is going to add one more receiver that's going to help Justin Fields. Ryan Poles is going to help out Justin Fields by adding some studs to the offensive line that will give Justin Fields more time to throw. You've seen this season when the offensive line actually gives Justin Fields, just as a drop back passer, time to throw, he absolutely carves up the defense. A good example is against the Green Bay Packers, right? Obviously, you can look at the 2 interceptions he's thrown, but that wasn't even on Justin Fields. When the offensive line, just look at the Green Bay Packers game, gave Justin Fields time to throw, Justin Fields had his best game as a passer, as a professional quarterback in the NFL. 254 yards passing. That was his first time, I think, ever in the NFL that he threw for more than 200 yards in a game. It was his best game as a passer. Don't look at those interceptions. Look at his development as a passer. And Greg Gabriel hit it right on the nose. It was that hitch, right? He was holding on to the ball too long. He was waiting for routes to be developed. And with this patchwork offensive line, you can't do that. Justin Fields has improved vastly, has improved rapidly, right, at getting rid of the ball. And go watch the tape. And that's what I encourage you guys to do as Bears fans, right? Don't look at the stats. It's easy to look at the stats like, oh, he threw 254 yards, but he threw 2 interceptions. Stats can be deceiving, Bears fans. What I want you guys to do, I want you guys to look at the tape, because everyone knows that the tape doesn't lie. When you guys watch the tape, go back to what I just said, what Greg Gabriel just said about Justin Fields improving, developing as a passer. Then come back to me and say, you know what, Keek? Greg Gabriel was absolutely right. Justin Fields is developing as a passer at a rapid pace. And the funny thing about this, Bears fans, the great thing about this is that Justin Fields will continue to get better as a passer. And I say this all the time, and I'm going to say it again until I get blue in the face. Once Ryan Poles not only builds the offensive line, but adds maybe one more stud receiver, rather it's in via trade, free agency, or an NFL draft, just get one more true number one wide receiver for Justin Fields, Fields will blossom even more for the Chicago Bears. And I have no doubt that he won't, blossom, because look what he's doing with what he has right now. So just imagine when Ryan Poles does build this team, builds a better offensive line, gets him some more weapons, right? Just watch what Justin Fields does. And to add to this Chicago Bears team will be a true threat in the NFC. And that's what gets me excited, because everyone knew this year wasn't about winning. This year was about developing our young guys. And Justin Fields is not the only one. You can look at Jack Sanborn, undrafted rookie. Look what he's doing right now. Absolutely ridiculous. Bears fans, we should be excited for the future. We have our quarterback. We have some other young pieces to build around, right? Now it's just Ryan Poles' job to finish the job, add some more talent, and watch how good the Chicago Bears team is. It's an exciting time to be a Bears fan. So be patient. We're about to have a good time this offseason. A lot of content is coming your guys' way. That's why you guys have to continue to hit the subscribe button and the bell notification, because I'm going to report it all to you guys right here. And I'm super excited to do it. So I hope you guys are excited for the Bears' future, because I know I am too. Before I let you guys go, once again, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell notification to catch all Bears content around the podcast. Make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms, and make sure you share this episode of Geek on the Mic with every single Bears fan that you know. But other than that, I'll be back for an all new Bears podcast right here on Geek on the Mic. Thanks, guys, and bear down.
You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't Geek on the Mic. You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't Geek on the Mic. You can go and subscribe, cause I be on it right. You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you